This is your quick start guide to building a fully functional web app with absolutely no lines of code at all. And we're going to do this with 4 main levels, starting off with a very basic and easy example and building up your skill set to some much more advanced ones by the end of this video. And I'm going to walk you through how to do this step by step with tons of examples along the way. So by the end of these 22 minutes, if you follow along, you'll already be up and running. So if you've ever had an idea for an app that you always kind of wanted to do, this is the way to do it. So like I said, there's 4 different levels in this video, starting off with the absolute easiest, something maybe just building for yourself for fun, and going all the way up to building something that can either be sold to companies, maybe you're an agency working for other people, and I'll show you some pretty great examples in this video, or even making something that people subscribe to and you make money while you sleep, doing basically nothing after generating this one time. So I'm going to show you how to get started, but I just want to start off with an example just so you get an idea of what we're really working with here. So level 1, I just want to say create a clone of the game Flappy Bird. I just hit enter, and then Hosting Horizons does this little thing. It's going to write all the code for me. It's using AI in the back end. And so this is essentially vibe coding. If you've ever heard of vibe coding, this is basically what it is. I can tell it what I want it to do just based on how I'm feeling. I could say, make this game, change this thing, and you'll see throughout this video. And just like that, just one prompt, 6 words. We have the game Flappy Bird, super easy. I'm really bad at Flappy Bird. I haven't played this in forever, but you can see, so that is level 1 of how to get a high score here. All right, so level 1, of course, like I said, is going to be making fun little things for yourself. Maybe it's a game, maybe it's a tool, maybe it's something like that. Not something you're really gonna make money on, but the next 3 levels are going to be more lucrative. So let's talk about how we got here and how you could do this for yourself. So in a browser, I'm gonna go to a new tab here. You can go to Santrel Media. You can go to santrelmedia.com/horizons or use the link in the top of the description. So thanks to Hostinger for partnering with us and giving us that affiliate link down below. If you want to get started, it helps to support the channel at no extra cost to you, and we will show you a discount in just a minute. So that'll bring you to this page right here, Hostinger Horizons. And as I show you, when you get the 1-year plan, you get free hosting. They give you a domain as well, and there is customer support as well as support in other languages. And if you use the link below, you get 7 days free and a 30-day money-back guarantee. So I'm going to say start now. So they have multiple different plans. The real difference is going to be how many messages per month you need. So to get started, I think a lot of people would be fine with just 70 messages per month. But if you run out of messages, it's easy to upgrade later. I wouldn't worry about that. So I'm going to select the lowest one just in case you don't use that many messages per month. So you say select plan. And then from here, like I said, you can choose 1 month or 12 months. So 12 month will give you the free domain as well as free hosting. So you're going to save a lot of money by going 12 months. It's also $14 a month instead of $20 per month. If you click on have coupon code, you could save 10% with our code. I'll have our code actually pop up on screen right here, as well as I'll have it in the description down below. And then we can click on continue. From here, you create an account, enter your payment details, and that'll bring you to the dashboard. From here, you can enter your billing details, and that'll bring you to the Hostinger dashboard. If it doesn't look just like this, you can go to hpanel.hostinger.com, and that'll bring you to your Hostinger dashboard, like I said. And from here, what we want to do is click on Horizons on the left side. From here, we want to add a new project. Just click on Add Project, and that will bring us to Hostinger Horizons. Don't be alarmed if this looks slightly different. They changed the way this landing page looks, but you'll see a text box somewhere in there. So like I said, level 1 is just to make any basic thing for yourself, and I recommend you do the same thing. Just say, let's say, create a snake game. I mean, I showed you Flappy Bird a minute ago, very easy to do. And if you just do this right now, it's kind of a good way to get your feet wet. So when we say create a snake game, you'll see on the left side, it tells us what the plan is. So it's going to build the game. It's going to, change the movement, add food spawning and stuff like that. And you're just going to wait maybe 1 to 5 minutes and it'll create it for you. So there's the snake game it made for us. Now, one thing to note about this is that you are able to edit in multiple different ways. So one way, if we click on edit content on the top, is we can just click on the text here and change snake game like 25 or 23 or whatever. Like, you can do anything you want. You can just change the text just by clicking on the screen and changing it like that. So that's really nice that it's easier rather than having to use a little AI prompt to change individual text on a screen. I think that's really helpful. But if you want to change something a little bit more advanced, maybe the background color, maybe the way the game is set up, maybe you found an error, you can do all of that over here as an AI message in the bottom left corner. So maybe I want to have the food a little bit smaller. So let's just say make the food cell smaller. It should only be maybe 1 cell at a time. I'll say enter. It's going to recreate the whole thing. So if you've ever heard the word vibe coding or the phrase vibe coding, this is basically what it is. We're not writing any code. You can see the AI writing the code in the background right there. and we're just telling it what we want it to look like. So enough with the basic games. Let's talk about level 2 right here. If I click on the top left, the little 3-bar, the hamburger icon, basically, we can click on create new project. And that's going to bring us back to this page right here. And the good thing about our plan is it's only limiting in the number of messages we get per month. It's not related to how many projects you make. So you can make a lot of different projects. You're not paying to just have one website or one project. Don't feel like you have to make a new account for every single one. So level 2 then is going to be making something that is a little bit more responsive, not just a game, not just a website, something that we can use as a tool repeatedly without having to ask AI to do this. And this could be a calculator, this could be a tool. For example, let's create a website, maybe just a PDF merger. You can upload multiple PDFs and just download it as one. And there we go. It made a tool very easily, and it tells us the steps right there. So upload multiple PDFs, reorder them, and then download the merged PDF. That was just one prompt. Now, if I just drag over 2 little samples, it'll show us these are the samples. I can move it up and down. I kind of like the way that's set up. And so I want to move that up, down, seems to work. And then we can just say merge and download. Merged document is what it does right there. Now, let's say we want to make this a little bit more complicated. Let's say now I want to name the new merged PDF before downloading. So let's say enter. It's going to add a new line, hopefully that allows us to enter some text before we download it to name the PDF. Let's see if it can do that. All right, so let's try again. Let's put these 2 files in. You can see they're both right there. We can name the document. So new.awesome. And we can merge and download. And right there, it does exactly that. If I open it, it looks like it did exactly what we wanted to. So that's pretty great that you can make tools like this. It's actually something that I've done on a different channel. I review a lot of like smartwatches and stuff. So I'm always testing like the heart rate and the GPS, and I want to overlay charts. So what I did is I made, using Hosting Your Horizons, smartwatchtools.com. And if you go to this, you can see we're able to upload multiple files. So if I just have 2 right here, they're GPX files, don't worry about that. But basically it'll show you, you can compare, the heart rate charts, and I'm able to, make it full screen. I'm able to zoom in on things. I really customized this for specifically what I use on that channel. So I'm able to really compare the accuracy of different devices just using a tool online. So rather than paying for other tools, or rather than having to always, make this in AI, I'm able to make the tool once and then use it many times, or even share it with other people. Now, the way you make this something that you can really easily come back to is going to be to publish this. So let's just do the PDF merger tool, for example. I can say publish on the top right, and we're able to actually make or choose a domain for this. So it becomes a legitimate website that other people can visit, they can use. And honestly, I'm probably going to leave this live. So if you guys want to try this out and merge your own PDFs, you can go to, let's do it right now. So let's click on Get Domain. You'll see Get Domain pops up right there. And I want to call this Santrel PDF, Santrel, that's Toolbox. Let's call it santreltoolbox.com. See if that's available. And you can see right there, $2.99 for the first year. After that, not that expensive. You can see $18 a year. I'm going to go with 1 year for now. I'll complete the payment. You then verify your information, finish registration, and check your email. Make sure you do that within like 5 or 7 days so that your domain is actually verified and connected to your account, and it's not going to be deleted. That's something that you just kind of have to do with any website. There we go. So domain was added to our site. Let's try it. I'll go to a new tab. We'll go to, and there we go. It looks like it is working. Now, this doesn't actually have HTTPS right now. SSL is probably just being installed on the back end right now. That's level 2, making tools for yourself. Maybe you're a roofer and you want to make a tool that can calculate, how much material you need for a specific job. Maybe it's going to be for making quotes. Maybe it's going to be just a tool that you want to use to calculate like mortgages or whatever. But now that we're here, I want to talk about a couple other tools that Hosting Your Horizons has available for us. So I haven't really talked too much about the interface here and the layout. So in the middle, you can see this is obviously going to be the website we're working on. You probably picked up on that by now. You can reload the page. So if you're ever wanting to all right, let's try again, let's put some new files in, just reload the page on the top left. The preview tab is obviously what we're looking at. The edit content tab, as I showed you earlier, allows you to change the text in here. And you could ask it in the AI little prompt box on the bottom to change the text for you. But as I mentioned before, a lot of times it's easier just to type it in yourself and put that over here. There's also code. So if you want to get a little bit more advanced, all of the code is right here. I think a lot of people watching this video are probably not going to be editing the code themselves. I know I really wouldn't want to be doing that either. So I usually just leave it on the preview tab or the edit content tab. On the top right, you see these are mobile responsive websites, which means they're going to look great on a desktop. That's kind of how you're designing it, but they are almost always going to look great on mobile as well. And it's worth it to check these though. Just click on this and make sure it still looks good on mobile. So see how it is responsive right there, how it kind of realigned everything. If you ever do this and it doesn't look good, you can always just ask in the little prompt box to fix that, and it should be just fine. So it's important that you make your website work on both desktop and on mobile. You can also open preview in a new tab, as I showed you before. Essentially, I usually just go to my domain to do that, but you can just open it as a preview if you ever wanted before publishing. And you can also click up here. We've got publish, as I showed you, and of course integrations. We can add a lot of different integrations. Right now, you're only seeing 2, but more are rolling out. But one is going to be Supabase right here. That's going to be great for adding user sign-ins. So maybe for like a calorie tracker or something I'll talk about. Actually, step 3 is really what that's going to be. But let's talk about the integration right now anyways. All right, so in order to connect Supabase, go to a new tab, and you're just going to either sign in if you haven't yet or create an account. You just go to supabase.com. I'll have a link in the description down below to make it easier for you. You'll have to verify your email account, and then go back to hosting your horizons, click on connect. As long as you're in the same browser, you have the cookies, it'll know. It'll say API access, so we just go and say authorize. Make sure you have the right organization on the bottom if you have multiple orgs set up. So authorize hosting your horizons, and you can see it is being connected on the right side now. So I'll say connect for this project. We'll connect this project right here. And you can make multiple projects if you ever wanted to, and it'll automatically set it up for you. Obviously here in hosting or horizons, the AI is going to do that on the back end for you. Oh, and one thing to note, as you can see it prompted very well right here, is sometimes you run into errors, and that's just part of coding and doing anything really. But we can ask it to fix it. It just does it for us. If I say ask to fix, it'll fix the error on its own. All right, so now you can see the little sign in and sign up button on the top right. Users are able to make an account for this, which is pretty awesome. I really like seeing that. So now we're moving on to level 3. Remember, level 1 was just making fun little games and stuff for yourself. Level 2 is making tools that are either free little web apps that other people could use, or maybe you could use for yourself. Level 3 is going to be something that could actually make you some money, and there's different ways to do this. So for the purpose of this video, level 3 is going to be as if you were an agency making things for other businesses out there. So maybe, for example, we want an appointment scheduler for a yoga studio down the road. Maybe in there they want to accept payments, they want dynamic pricing, so they want to charge more later on when the classes start filling up, and maybe they want to have an online store in there as well that can sell some yoga mats and some other things. This is something that if you're just building it traditionally on WordPress would take a ton of time to set up, but using Horizons, you will be able to do it in really quite simply. So let's go to the top left, like I showed you guys, click on the little hamburger icon. We'll go to create a new project. And from here, I'm just going to paste a prompt. It's a pretty long prompt that I have, but in here I have all the details that a client has asked for. So they want to have scheduling. They have one session on Thursday, one on Friday, blah, 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 different sessions at different times, how long the sessions are, how many slots there are, what the pricing is going to be like, what the font is going to be like. They want user accounts on here. They want all these different things that we can add to this. And I'm just going to say, I'm going to hit enter. And by the way, you can also, you saw the little image button down there. While this is loading, I'll explain 2 other features. One is audio, so you can enable the microphone to ask your prompt like that. Or 2 is uploading images. So you can just sketch out an image of what you want a website to look like and say, make a website that looks like this. And it does a surprising job. I can show you that in a minute if you guys are interested. But essentially, yeah, uploading images can be really useful for this. It doesn't have to just be text, but let's see what it comes up with for this yoga site. All right, so this is what it made so far. I mean, that is like basically a full website it created in just a couple minutes. You can see the weekly schedule there, book your spot now. Let's see, actually, let's open this as a preview in a new tab so it's actually interactive with the buttons. So let's see, view schedule. That button doesn't do anything right now, so we're gonna have to get that button to do something. Book your class, that does something, so it shows us the pricing right now. They're all early bird, so dynamic pricing is working, it seems, where you're able to book an early one because the class is not filled yet, so it's gonna show us the cheaper price. That's actually pretty solid. Also, that's something that is not technically that easy to make on your own if you're using something like WooCommerce or WordPress or some scheduling like Acuity or whatever. Pretty impressive that it's able to do that here. Now, if I go back to the home page here, maybe I want to edit this a little bit more. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But I mean, as a first, like kind of a first start here, this is really awesome. You can see the address, a picture of definitely not me. It says yoga on like something that looks like a big bank. So that's really funny that it has, that's funny that has that image right there. We don't have the email yet either. We can create our own email, but again, this website already is looking pretty solid right now. We do need to make some buttons work again, but let's go back to hosting our horizons. And from here, if we go to edit content, like I said, you will be able to edit all of that text and stuff like that. But let's go back to preview, and I need to point out that a couple things are missing. Now, one thing to note is that we're not actually connected to Stripe. We're not able to accept payments yet. So in a new tab, I'm going to go to stripe.com and I can sign in, or I can create an account. So I want to, let's say, start now. And I'm not going to go through this in this video, but just to show you guys, you just, essentially you create your whole account with Stripe. So once you have a Stripe account, you'll go back to hosting your horizons, and they kind of walk you through it on the bottom left, as you can see right here. So create your Stripe account, enable client only checkout, create a product. As you can see, we'll make these as products, and then obtain your API key, whitelist your domain. And then once you have that, you're able to just tell the AI that it's ready, and it'll actually set up the integration for you. So like I said, not going to do that in this video, but super easy to do that, just walking through those steps. And if you have any questions, you could easily just ask them right here, and it can help you through that. So that is level 3 for this video, building a more complicated website or other web tool for local businesses. So going around and finding businesses that maybe have a website, maybe they have an okay one, and maybe they're paying someone else already for their website, when in fact they could be paying you and getting a better website out of something like this, something that you could build for somebody in a matter of minutes, customize very quickly. And again, you're able to charge them to manage the website for them. And then of course, level 4, this is going to be building something that is essentially software as a service, something that any user can go on and subscribe to and get their own value out of, not something that you're setting up as an agency. So if I go to create new project, honestly, I feel like most of you watching this video are probably going to go with this business model. Now you've seen these before all over the internet, websites that have subscriptions from end users that will have their own account. And maybe it's going to be a tool, maybe it's going to be like a health tracker, maybe they're trying to, calculate how much food they should eat in a day to lose a certain amount of weight per month or something even more advanced than that. So maybe I want to make something that is kind of like teachable, maybe an online course platform. So I can simply paste it in there. Now I wrote a really lengthy prompt for this. I have it on the left side here. And so I just pasted that in, and it has a lot of things kind of like we had before. It's easier than me typing it. It's easier than me typing it and like spending a lot of time in this video, but let's see what it's able to make for us. And so just like that, we have the platform that we can build on for online courses. And you're able to do this with a lot of different, basically any idea you have, you can start playing around with hosting your horizons, and you can start building different things like that. So if we go to dashboard, let's see what that looks like. Admin, courses. Yeah, so we can see a lot of different things in here with how this is set up just right now, and we're able to easily change anything about this again over on the left side. So if you want to add images, you want to change colors, you want to add different features on here, all of that is over on the left side. So I hope you found this video inspiring, and hopefully you go out and start trying out hosting your horizons, building your own web apps and tools on the internet. If you have any really interesting ones, please leave a comment down below. I would love to try them out, maybe give you some feedback and become a customer of yours as well. So thanks for watching. If you're interested in getting started, again, the link is down below. It's an affiliate link, so thanks to Hostinger for hooking us up with that, and I'll see you guys in a future video.